They announced the first, second, and third All-NBA teams. Interesting. There weren't any true snubs, but there were a lot of financial implications for those that made the teams. I know you had a vote, and I think that I saw your votes, and what they did to put in the teams was pretty close to yours. Let's take a look at those teams. Yep, so there you go. You get the first team right there. Seems pretty good. Second team, also no real beef. Third team is when things start to get interesting, because if you are on this list, it makes you eligible for a Supermax. If you are not, then you are not. There are some big implications, especially with a gentleman by the name of Kemba Walker, for example. He can now make $80 million more by staying with the Hornets than leaving. What does that mean to you?
Oh, it means to me I would be in Charlotte time 150. That's what it'll mean. Like, here's what has happened in sports. People forget that NBA basketball is a profession. It's what you do for a living. And so it's not business savvy to walk away from multi-millions of dollars to pursue something that's not guaranteed, like a ring. We've seen so many people try to do this and fail. Yes, I saw David West do it once when he had a $10 million deal in Indiana. He left to go to the Warriors. They ain't win a championship that year either. He eventually got a championship, but that was a different margin. That's probably like an $8 million margin. I am never advising nobody to walk away from no 15 plus millions of dollars. You could go buy all of the rings that you want, and or get the money, get the deal, try to do your best to play, and then you do an Anthony Davis. I don't really want to be here. But you can't just, if you're Kemba Walker, with a straight face, say, I'm gonna walk away from it upwards. Now, I don't think the Hornets are gonna offer him all of that money.
Explain that.
Because you end up negotiating against yourself. A Supermax means your current team can give that to you. Klay Thompson, who didn't get eligible, Karl Anthony Towns, Damian Lillard.
We have a nice little graphic that'll explain all of this for you.
And Kemba Walker. So therefore, say if they don't want to give you the full $80 million, say the Hornets come to you and say, we don't want to give you all 80, but we'll give you 30 of it. So now you're saying to yourself, am I going to now leave and take $30 million less to go somewhere?
Maybe.
Because I'm mad that they didn't give me the other 50.
Maybe.
So that's what this becomes. And that's what he's going to have to juggle.
One thing that I found really interesting is Klay Thompson was one of those players that was right on the cusp of the third team. I would have put him on the third team because what if he does on both ends of the floor and the success of the Warriors. I know you voted for him for third team as well.
Instead of Kemba.
Exactly. I would have made that same decision. I think there was a part of him that thought that that's the way it was going to go because he was live being recorded on television when he found out he was not on that team, and we get his real reaction in real time. Let's watch.
You nearly made the All-NBA team, which would have elevated your potential. Oh, I didn't? They already came out? Yeah, it came out today. You were like right behind Eagle. We got, or no, right behind, we got third. But you barely, Kemba got it. You were a couple.
I mean, that's cool and all, but like, when you go to 5 straight finals, I respect those guys, but when you go to 5 straight, I mean, it takes more than just a couple of NBA guys. It's like an all-time team, but whatever. That's not. I'd rather win a championship than be third team All-NBA, so it's all good.
Like, how are you able to roll that off your back, given, I mean, there's money implications?
Rings.
You just watched a man learn that he might have lost $30 million. Instead of 5 years, $221, he's now eligible for 5 years, $191. What do you think about that?
I think a couple of things. Klay Thompson is in a unique position because he's a part of a dynastic scenario. So while he won't get the $30 million that I just talked about for Kemba Walker that somebody shouldn't leave on the table, he does have that as his saving grace. But I want to look further in something that he said.
Ooh.
I would rather have rings than make third team NBA. He didn't say I would rather have rings than $30 million.
Because he's already got a couple of rings. Some tells me, say, you're going to lose the championship this year, but you're going to get that 30, he'd take the 30.
And I never believed he was leaving, but now I know he ain't leaving.
Why's that?
Because you just lost out on 30 because you didn't make All-NBA. If you leave, you'll get a 4-year deal instead of a 5-year deal, which will cost you another $30 million. So I really now can almost guarantee that he's going to stay with the team.
Do you think the Warriors offer him 5 years,
Yes.
191?
Yes. Trust me, I know how this works. When Karl-Anthony Towns and Klay Thompson don't hit their bonuses, somebody within the organization celebrates that.
Oh, yeah. Because the luxury tax savings and everything, they saved just yesterday. The Warriors saved a lot of money. They won. I bet deep in their hearts, they're probably rooting for this to happen. Let's be honest.
And I got to tell the players something. I know we're in the clapback era. I know that everybody wants to defend their positions, but I have to give you guys a news flash. The media clearly has power. Anytime 100+ people can vote based on your productivity and it costs you multi-millions of dollars, if that's me, I'm getting along with them.
Oh, yeah. And Karl-Anthony Towns, he kind of made a run at this because he was on the cusp. And him and Rudy Gobert, you could see it kind of going either way. And Karl-Anthony Towns is now out of $30 million.
And based on what I just said, lastly, this is why if you're the league, you got to find a different way to do this. Like, I don't want the pressure of picking between Kemba Walker and Klay Thompson for $30 million. I'm uncomfortable doing that.
It is uncomfortable.
I don't want that job. I had to sit there and say, Rudy Gobert, Karl-Anthony Towns. Like, I really
Those are tough calls.
I really had to personally do this. And I take that really serious, and I would hope that all of the voters take it very serious.